Come on in. Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name is Katie O'Neill and I am so excited to see you this morning. I'm coming in live at Fredrick, Colorado, Transwest Truck Trailer RV, and today we are doing a demonstration video on two coaches that a lot of people don't consider together. We're going to do a comparison of the Navion and the Bay Star Sport. These two RVs are both short, they're both packed full of comfort and convenience, and they're both completely different. The funny thing is, this little Navion is about $3,000 more than the Bay Star Sport, and I think a lot of people assume that a Class A is out of their price point or out of consideration. There's a lot of reasons to consider both, so as usual, let's start from the back. Jody, go ahead, take her on back. I love starting my videos from the inside out. And in this Navion, this is a great opportunity to start off with the best feature of this coach, which is this fantastic shower. So super, super nice shower. One of the best things about a square shower, of course, is the fact that for you big guys, you've got a little more elbow room here. Also, you'll note we've got a really nice skylight up here. And then for those of you that are in motion and have a lot of stuff that you might want to be able to store, there's actually a hanging rod in this shower as well that is removable. Now, you'll note that we have some nice features here, like these little soap trays, very nice faucet. You've got a removable wand, so you can go ahead and use that if you like to spray off your feet and such. And then you'll see, of course, we have our composite toilet here. We have a great little window right out the back as well, so if you've got a beautiful view. And then a ton of additional storage space over here in this hidden compartment. So you'll see back here in this hidden compartment, you've got some really long hanging space. And this is also where we're gonna stow our table. So down here on the left, you can see the strap. And we actually have a hanging or a little clamp here that holds the table base. So I'll show that table to you in just a second. Underneath our great vanity area, which boasts not only some very convenient storage space, but also, if you remove this, a place to keep a tissue box. It's got a little tissue box dispenser right there. But you've got a stainless steel sink, really nice, attractive faucet, and then a ton of storage underneath as well. And of course, the best feature of this bathroom is that you can have ultimate privacy while using the facilities in the morning. So great place to come in and get ready. Also down here, you'll find in our galley some more storage. So if you wanted to keep your towels here, right below this, of course, we've got our circuit panel. And then right behind this board, we have our winterization station. So that's where you would winterize this vehicle. Up here, we've got great storage in the capacity that we have these full extension drawers that go all the way out and all the way back. This has got a nice tall compartment here for more of your liquids, maybe cereal boxes. And then again, a nice deep storage here where you could keep a bin full of things like flashlights and batteries. So great storage all the way through for all of your particulars. And then on top of it, we have this awesome space here, which makes for a place where you can really have a lot of people dining. So you'll see we can fit easily 3 people on this couch, and then also another 3 or 4 people over here in the booth area as well. Now, what's so nice about this is you also have to the right of us a really big bunk over cab area. So when we look at the comparison of the 24D, which is the Navion that we're in today, versus the 2720, which is the Bay Star that we'll be looking at, the Bay Star Sport we're looking at does not have a bunk over cab option, but in that segment, they have 6 Bay Star Sports. Several of them do have a bunk over cab option. So technically, if you were to look at the specifications of this coach because of seat belts, this coach has 4 seat belts, which means it has a sleeping capacity for 4. But if you really think about it, with this queen size bed, this turning into a full queen size bed and another queen size bed up above, both of the coaches we're looking at today will really probably very comfortably sleep 6. So I'm going to go ahead and put this table back. So this goes right here in this cabinet. It stows up against the wall like I showed you with that little belt earlier. And then also we have this little tube which can come out as well. Now what's nice about this is I could also put this table up here in front. So if I wanted to set my table here and then turn these chairs around and use this as a dining area, I could do this as well. Now, why might I need to do that? Well, let me show you. The next thing that we're going to do is one of the cooler things on this coach, which is putting down this Murphy bed. So as you can see, when the Murphy bed deploys, it's got really handy little legs that just drop down here. Very easy to deploy. And then on top of it, you have great storage up above with reading lights. You also have ventilation here, as well as MCD power shades. So you have your shade protection to keep the sun out in the morning. Great place to keep all of your personal items. And then very cool, you just put this up and down. You can leave all of the cushions in place. And as you can see, if you've got this bed deployed and you'd like to have an eating station up there for more people, you can do that with still having the bed down. Now you'll note that up here around this bed, we have these little anchor points. These anchor points are going to be to put the curtain up around this bed, so you can have privacy in this room even without having walls. And you'll see in the Bay Star it has its own bedroom. So here we have our Insignia television, also with our sound bar. And then behind here we have some really cool features. For instance, we've got our paper towel dispenser, and then our Sony DVD player as well. So we've got our Blu-ray player, and then more storage up here. And I love the fact that they have this great little glass shelf here. You can put a few things up here if you like. And then you'll note that we have both a propane and an induction cooktop here. Another great feature about the Navion, beyond this fantastic counter space, are the way that these windows work. So you can deploy the shade, and you'll see the window is completely open. Let's say that I wanted to pass out a drink, a beverage, a plate full of food. I can do that there. But if I wanted to go to bed and get some shut-eye, I could go ahead and pull up my day shades or my night shades and have some privacy as well. And then they just link together. Another nice feature about this window shade, or this window, is that when I open this and bring it in, there's a lock point here. This lock point here is going to leave you a little bit of room, so you've got that fresh air still coming in, but the window is still locked. And then there's another lock point that goes in further that actually seals these dual pane windows. Now keep in mind the dual pane windows are an optional feature. So down here we have our microwave oven by Greystone. And it's nice that it's mounted here underneath. Oh, do you want to see inside there? I'll scooch back a little bit. And it does have the tripod tray. And then we have also our fantastic drawer storage. So lots of deep drawer storage in this kitchen. Lots of places to keep, if you keep your coffee cups and your glassware upside down in these drawers, really great way to have things not tip over, and you can also make better use of your space. And as you can see, this 24D is a very popular floor plan for us because it has so much fantastic storage. And this is a very attractive coach. There's a lot of people, there's a little shelf up here, as you can see, to keep your scrubbies. I'm big into the scrubby holders. And then a nice cleaning supply closet here, and a whole house water filter too, so that's nice. Also, you've got these cutting boards. So this is a bamboo cutting board that's underneath your dual basin undermount sink. I shouldn't say undermount, stainless steel sink though, we can say for sure. But a lot of people like these nice white cabinets up top. So this is a really cool, not only storage capacity, but also finish, giving it a little bit of a brighter look. These are also available in the walnut. So if you like this darker walnut color, you can do this throughout the coach. But if you like to have this high gloss white, I think you see it just really does brighten everything up. This is a beautiful coach. This is that curtain we showed you earlier that goes around the bed. And then your books. And plenty of room for Parcheesi, backgammon, Monopoly, any of those things that you might want to play. And then to lock these cabinets so that you don't have to worry about things coming out in motion, you just push them in like this. Oh, that one's got the book in front of it. And those are locked. Another nice thing about this coach is I can turn these tables around. But underneath here, on this side, look at all of this storage you have underneath here. I mean, you could keep all of your extra pillows and sleeping bags, bedding, any of those things that you need in this RV. And again, this has that fantastic day and night shade capacity. and also the ability to open that window completely. You'll note too, there's some USB cords up on this left-hand side, so you do have access to power throughout this coach. This coach is also equipped with the equalizer leveling jack system right here, so you do have leveling jacks on this coach. The flying W up above is to hang a jacket, maybe your umbrella, a towel. One of the nicest features of this RV is going to be the way that the screen door closes and opens magnetically. So really nice way to keep this door way open, so you've got that fresh air coming through, but also you got some great storage here in this door as well for things like tissue paper or maybe bug spray, whatever you like. But Winnebago makes these great doors, and they don't forget to give you the ability to close that off so that if you do have people sleeping up front, you can get full blackout the entire bedroom area of the coach. Now, all of that being said, this is a great area up here, and you'll note that these windows do open on either side. And then you can see back here where I have by our reading light them covered, so you can see that you can cover those as well. And then when you're in motion, of course, you're not going to have, this is your sunscreen for your window. This is the other cushion that you have. This cushion, of course, is the cushion that we use so that when we sit down, we're bringing this up to the same level as the platform here. So that's what that's for. But you also have the ability to open this so that you can get in and out easily. So one of the things that people like about this Mercedes-Benz chassis is our great infotainment system. This coach has the ability to have multiple profiles. So if you find yourself vacationing in Arizona often, or maybe Maine, and you've got radio stations and addresses that you go to a lot, you can go ahead and put those different profiles in there so that those main profile might have all of the radio stations and addresses for your aunts and uncles, while the Arizona station has all the ones for your mother-in-law. So just really nice to be able to differentiate with this infotainment system. It's all touchscreen, it's super fast, it's Mercedes-Benz, it's really, really cool. And the nav is really good, the voice control works really well. You've got your nice climate control down here, you've got multiple cup holders, lots of pockets, keyless start, little things like Type-C chargers in the front, more cup holders, more compartments. So keep in mind with the utility of this coach, this is a Sprinter chassis, and this 170 is highly used in all sorts of venues, whether it be by Amazon or any painting companies. So there's lots of storage tucked in everywhere here. Sunglasses. This little SOS feature is by Embrace with Mercedes-Benz. It's actually a satellite-based system. So if you get stuck in the mountains, they can push that button. That SOS button will let them know that you're stranded and they can find you. You also have this little wrench button with Mercedes-Benz. If you've got your Embrace turned on, you can sequester roadside assistance through this button here. These two little pockets here are great for phones. And then you'll see there's another pocket down here. And then you'll note here we have our power seats. So these seat controls are actually patented by Mercedes-Benz, which is why you don't see them on the side of a lot of SUVs. Everything's down here. It's because Mercedes-Benz does hold the patent to the seat. You've got lock and unlock here, power mirrors, heated mirrors, and then this coach does have lumbar support, as well as a very nice intricate dash control here, where you can adjust your automatic cruise control. So you've got distance-based cruise control called Distronic. You've got the ability to follow a car within a certain distance, and you can change that following distance. You can see the little symbols here. I worked for Mercedes for about 12 years, and I actually built my first RV on a Sprinter chassis in 2014. So for those of you that are looking for somebody who's got experience with Renegade, Newmar, and Mercedes, I definitely fit the bill there. Been in this industry for a long time, and I'd love to talk to you about any of the chassis differences between this and that fantastic Ford that we're going to look at next. But before we do, let's go ahead and head on outside. We're going to take a look at some of the different capacities for storage. So this coach has a 30-gallon water capacity for fresh water. It has a 41-gallon black water tank and a 41-gallon gray water tank. And again, the MSRP on this coach is about $3,000 more than it is on the Bay Star. This is a great coach if you want something that feels nimble, smaller, truck-like. This is a great RV. I think 26, let me just make sure I get this right because it's going to be important to you. Yeah, so 25.5 exterior length, and 76.5 or 76.3 for height. Let me just do some quick math because I have it in inches for the other one. So let's go 7 times 12 plus 6. So 90 inches wide. So this coach is about 10 inches more narrow than the Bay Star. But both of them meet DOT regulations. And again, so you've got a 26-foot coach versus a 28-foot coach. 2 feet of difference in overall space, or overall length, both under 30 feet. So the Bay Star Sport comes in 6 different floor plans. The Navion comes in 3. This is the Navion 24D. So as you can see, good storage there for sure. Both systems are going to run off of a Truma AquaGo system, which is going to give you tankless hot water. This coach has a 15,000 BTU AC, as does the other. This has got a quiet gas 3600 LP generator. This generator is very comparable to the one on the Bay Star. The standard Bay Star Sport comes with a 4K generator versus a 3600. So very similar in that fashion. Again, another little storage compartment here. And I do think that that's probably one of the bigger differences between the two coaches is going to be in storage and water capacities. So this is going to be a little more dexterous, a little more nimble. Both have very good and very similar torque and horsepower ratings. One of them, of course, is a diesel, so you do have that DEF fluid, but the other one's gas and it's naturally aspirated, so I guess there's pluses and minuses to both. I've certainly found that a lot of people will walk into both coaches and have a great reaction as to which one they like the best. Both are going to have a very similar towing capacity at 5,000 pound towing capacity. You're going to have your 7-pin connector here. I like the fact that we have this separate bumper from the top of the coach here, so if you do have an oopsie, it's easy to replace. There's your rear view backup camera, you'll have that in both. And then here's your water bay on the Navion. A little bit different there. So 30 amp for both coaches. Gray water, black water, outdoor showers. Here's your black waste tank flush right up top. And then here, we got a little more storage underneath. And here's a 25 gallon, or I'm sorry, 50, it's a 51 gallon, 25 pound propane tank. Wheel sizes are going to be a little bit different, so that was something that I thought was worth mentioning. We got a 16 versus an 18.5. So when you're going down the road, anytime you can get a little bit of a wider tire, you're going to have a soft feel. To be very honest with you though, both of these coaches have a really nice soft carriage going down the road. And I tried to find things that were kind of similar in color so that you wouldn't get distracted by the appearance of them, that you could really focus on the differences of the coach. So now here we are at the Newmar. As you can see here, flat front, big windshield, so the windshield difference between these two is pretty significant. Mirror sizes are really similar. In the Navion, you are going to have the side view in the Bay Star, you are going to have the side view cameras. So when you're changing lanes, you're going to have a little bit better vision to the left and right of you. I love the fog lamps that you have though on this Mercedes-Benz. So as you can see, you've got your fog lamps here, but your daytime running lights are so sexy on that Mercedes. And these ones are cool, but the 3 little dots compared to that nice little eyebrow are certainly a little bit different there. As you can see here from the outside, I love the little fans. I'm a fan of the fans. Both of these coaches are gonna have the Carefree awning system. So you'll see this Carefree awning package here. You get a little more of a decorative awning. It's a little bit longer, of course, because the coach has just got a little more space on the side. And then another nice feature here, this little magnetic door allows your step to open and close. And then one thing I do think is a nice feature about the Bay Star is the fact that this has got a door latch on it. So I can actually latch the door into this little compartment here and put this here so if I catch the wind, it's not going to blow open, it'll actually stay in place. Again, wheel size is a little bit different here. Storage is going to be one of your bigger differences, and then water capacity. So this is a 75-gallon water tank, and then you've got your Xantrax inverter. So both have great inverters. Both you can put solar on top of them. Both are going to have Truma systems. Both have really nice generators. You know, it really just comes down to what it is that you would like to have when you're going camping. So this one also has a dual wheel in the back. As you can see, it's a 245 though. It's a little bit wider, a little bit beefier. So some good storage here as well. Another difference between these two coaches, as you can see, we have the slide deployed in the Bay Star Sport on this side, and we also have the slide on the other side, and I'll show that to you in a minute. So you've got a 2-slide system as opposed to 1. And again, here's that quiet gas generator. These are both gas generators. The Navion has an optional diesel generator. Both of these coaches are equipped with a rear ladder. This is the rear window for the Bay Star. It's just a little bit bigger than the one off the bathroom. And then here again, we have a 30-amp coach. Oops. With your cord, a little bit bigger storage bay underneath here again. Another little storage compartment here. Yeah, and I think it's really important to show these two coaches side by side. I think a lot of people were really surprised when they find out that this Bay Star Sport is actually less expensive than a Navion. And it doesn't necessarily make it the right coach for you. Here's your fresh water tank valve. A little black water outlet right there. Your sewage tank. All of the stuff on this little Bay Star Sport starting in 2023 went to a KIB system. So here's the 4 chassis batteries versus the 2, house batteries. And those are AGM versus, of course, what you're going to have in your Navion, which are usually going to be lithium ion. So there's that. Okay, so this is Navion paperwork. Let me just pull up my Bay Star so I can make sure our propane capacity is the same. So 2711 long, tall, 12.4 tall, 101 inches wide versus that 90. So again, a little bit different there. Both of them are going to have a 5,000 pound towing capacity. And then this is going to have, again, the cameras on both the left and the right hand side when you're changing lanes, and a little bit bigger window out the front. So just depending on what you're looking at for your RVing experience, either one of these is a great coach. This is probably what I think a little more of a traditional approach. And then of course the Navion is so popular. So I won't say it's most popular, but certainly in the small RV segment, a very popular coach. The Bay Star has nice wide steps. The seats also turn around, so you do have the ability to turn these seats around. And then as usual, Jody, go ahead and take her on back. Let's start this one from the inside out. You know, pan into that L-shaped kitchen. And this is really, I think, where the difference comes in from an interior standpoint. So both of them have a very similar height in terms of overall headroom. So you're going to have good clearance in both the Navion and the Bay Star. This is a queen size bed. As you can see, it's set in its own pocket. This does have the optional inverter to the bedroom that gives you the USB port and the 110 outlet on either side. In the 24D, you have one window versus this coach where you have cross ventilation. And both of the coaches, you've got reading lights up top, and then you also have your storage above the bed as well. This one has grommets as well as 2 110 outlets here. So if you are trying to charge an iPad or a CPAP machine, You could run the CPAP on the floor or up above, depending on what your cardiologist recommends. And then starting in 2023, we added these KIB switches. So here you have an all lights off switch, which I think is super nice because you can actually turn all of your lights off. And then in this coach, as opposed to having the singular television like you do in the D, you've got a bedroom television and one in the front of the coach. You've also got a nice nightstand here, great mirrored doors on your closet, pretty straightforward closet space, quite a bit there. Really nice. Of course, this is the Arctic finish. So this is the full extension drawer on the top, which goes out past your wardrobe, and then you've got these full extension drawers down below. In both of the coaches, you can turn that area in the back, I'm sorry, in the dining area into a bed. So this is the cushion for that. And I'm going to put this here because we are going to show both of these coaches closed before the end of the show. Now here is some storage here underneath. So I know we had storage that we showed you in the Navion. There's also storage underneath the booths here in the Bay Star. Our window system is a little bit different, right? But a similar concept where these just slide up and down, and then these pop out, but they don't open to the fresh air. So in other words, when you pop these out, there is a screen in place unless you remove the screen. Whereas with the Navion, of course, you could actually hand things through the window. That's not an option in the Bay Star. Now there's an outlet over here on the left, so you've got your 110s there. And then above that you have, again, great storage up top. Lots of room, really nice table. And again, this does slide down and convert into a sleeping area. What's so cool about this though is when you put this table down, if you do have a rear facing car seat, because you've got a really little, oh, am I going the wrong way? Well, I'm not gonna push too hard, let's see. It looks like I have it open. Let's try that one more time, Jody. Maybe I locked it. Let's see if we try this. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with it too much on TV, there's no point to it, but that does slide down and you can put your rear facing car seat facing forward the right way in this coach. Now this is a mid-bath model. This is the smallest and the only 27-foot floor plan in the Bay Star lineup. They have 127, 128, a few 30s, and then a 32 as well, and that's the full range of the Bay Star Sport. So if you're looking for that under 30, they've got a number of options. This is not the only one. This does have a really nice mid-shower. This is a 32-inch radius. Again, all those same pockets to be able to put your, shampoo and conditioner, soap, and then again that removable shower head as well. And then another nice composite toilet. And then in here, I'm going to go ahead and open up the storage here. And so, like I said, it's really an interesting thing. I have had a number of clients that come in and I go, hey, before you look at this Navion, maybe we should look at the Bay Star as well. And they always think, oh my gosh, that's going to be way out of my price range. And I'm always like, well, actually, it might be a little bit less if you're trying to save some money. And it's a great comparable unit. Again, it just really depends on how you're trying to camp. I don't think that one of these coaches is any better than the other. I just think that they're different. And they're both really, really nice. So a little extra storage here. Again, another fantastic fan with a rain sensor, and then another skylight. This is super cool. If you have children that are misbehaving, you just open these up and then they seal magnetically, and then you lock this and then they can't get out. Just kidding, don't do that to your kids. You do get a rope hook, which I also like a lot. And then this pivoting door is gonna help us later on when we have the coach closed up so you can see the room here. Now, above these, the 74-inch couch, you've got really deep storage, once again. And again, these nice light upper cabinets give you a little more of a airy and, maybe a brighter feeling in the coach, because of course, when you're camping, most of the time you're outside, and really the time that you spend inside is usually when it's kind of dingy and dark. So I think it's nice to have a nice, airy, bright living room. And then this is super simple. Just pop this up. This is a great memory foam mattress. So as you can see, right here where your hip goes is this really nice, soft memory foam. And then back here you have your seat belts. There's 3 seat belts back here, 1 in that forward facing booth and then 2 in the front. So a total of 6. So technically, this coach does actually sleep 6 technically, because it has, I didn't put my support down in the right spot. I did that when I was showing it to a customer the other day too. Okay, there we go. I don't know if I got it on both sides, but we'll just try it anyway. There we go. Okay, so this is a super comfy couch. I have to tell you, like, out of all of the articulating beds that we have, this is probably in my top 3. So love this couch. I think it's higher quality than a lot of the other manufacturers. And you know, Newmar tends to do that. And again, we've got these little pop open windows that, you know, can pop out so you can have them open with the rain and the rain will not come in. Make sure you put this straight underneath before you go and jump on the couch in the future, Jody. Just let all those little sales folks giving presentations know. I love the fact that this is all connected. And I know you can't be here with me right now, but I will tell you that the handle of this couch and this synthetic leather is super soft, and it's also really easy to maintain and take care of. It's really clean. Now, one of the best features of this RV, in my estimation, is this kitchen. So there's a lot of floor plans to be had by Newmar, but this kitchen has a microwave, a 3-burner stove with a hood and a light, and an oven. I love that. How cute is this? This is like the cutest little coach. It's got a ton of storage up here. Another huge storage area cavity back there, as well as a fantastic fan again, right above your head. So if you're making something stinky, you can suck it all out the top. And look at all of this storage. I love this. This is a dual basin undermount sink that is stainless steel. And then on top of it, you have this additional little counter island that pops out. And look at all of this room underneath here. The only thing I see here that kind of disturbs me is I think something would fall into that hole. I would plug that hole up. Do you see that, Jody? Doesn't that just like scream like, I don't know, like a can of cleaner or something falls down there, and then every time you turn right, you can hear it rolling around and hitting the wall. Don't do that, folks. Remotes for both of your televisions. One of the pluses of the Navion, of course, is going to be in the TV location. Important to show you, our Samsung is up here at the front of the coach in this RV. If you don't like that, check out one of our 28 or 29 foot floor plans. Those are great too. Huge advantage of this coach though, look at this beautiful woodwork with this back glow. I mean, that is just so pretty. It's just such a nice looking interior. Oh, when we go back, Jody, I've got to show the refrigerator when we close the slides for the Navion, because we forgot to do that. So more storage up here. I mean, just a ton of room in this coach. Again, this is going to be a 75-gallon freshwater capacity, 60-gallon gray water, and 40-gallon black water versus a 30-gallon freshwater, 41 and 41 gray and black on the Navion. So different approaches for sure. I love our new infotainment system here for 2024. Also, we have steering wheel controls. This dash and this infotainment system is not as nice as the Mercedes-Benz infotainment system. I mean, there's just no way to serve it up other than that. Now, I do like, however, the fact that I have this really cushy couch. So for a big dude, this is ultra nice. And then this has the optional power seats. So that this coach can have a manual seat or a power seat. But look at all of this room. I mean, if you're a big guy and you're trying to operate this coach, you've got a ton of room. Drop that steering wheel down. Get your drive on. Got your fans going. Got your wireless charging dock here. You've got your heated power mirrors. All of your controls right here. Again, another equalizer, smart leveling system. A little bit, well, I shouldn't say a little bit. A lot bigger window in the front. So for those of you that are, into the Americana and you want to go out there and catch those beautiful, you know, those beautiful mountain passes and see, you know, the world around you as you're going down the road. That's there for you. I've always loved this. It's tricky, so I'm going to tell you, when you deploy your table, this is an optional feature. Just remember to be gentle, because if you pop this up into your shin, it will leave a dent. Speaking from experience. But this is so cool. So if you can imagine, you can turn these two chairs around. You've got your couch here. You've got everyone sitting over here at their dining area. So it's not quite the same where, you know, with the Navion, you could put the table right here, but you've definitely got good room for 4 people there and another 2 here. So I think you could very easily as well feed 6 folks here. And again, this is super simple. It's got cup holders. It's got crab holders. And then you just drop it down, park it here. And then another cool feature about this coach is right here. This is where you put your dog. You put your little bed right there. You put your Frenchie up there, or your cat. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to have a cat or a dog. But if you wanted to, they would totally dig it. And I can just see that. No, this is actually what I was going to talk about. This is a cool feature, the desk. Jody's like, Katie, every week you get weirder. You know what, guys? I hope that you tune into my videos and you enjoy watching them. I know a lot of people want me to be really serious. I'm not that girl. I have so much fun at work. This is such a great job. It's so fun to be able to show these things to you. But one thing I really do strive to do is to show you differences and compares and contrasts, because when I was out there in the world looking for an RV, I could not find enough videos to make me happy. And I would watch Matt's RV videos. 3 great things you love, 3 great things you don't like, blah, blah, blah. But the problem was I didn't get comparisons. And I want to know, like, for my money, what else can I buy? If I want to buy this or this, like, what's comparable in the segment? And I think a lot of people find that this Bay Star being comparable to the Navion is a surprising thing. Now, the other thing we're going to talk about here, this one has a 1,965 pound carry capacity. And what's important about that is to remember, Newmar is that one manufacturer that's super crazy responsible about making sure that their carry capacities don't overweight their towing capacity. So you could have almost 2,000 pounds of stuff in this coach, water, you know, all those things, and still have a 5,000 pound towing capacity. So we really like that aspect of it. I wish I could tell you the price, but I've been instructed not to do so. No pricing online. So if you like pricing, you're going to have to give me a call. I'll just send you both book sheets. Now this is stock number 5N230647. So for your notes, if you want to be able to pull my videos up, you can always find me at hashtag RVs Inside Out, or you can find them by the stock number. So again, this is 5N230647. And although this coach was sold this weekend, it'll still pull this video up. And we have a good number of Bay Star Sports and Bay Stars coming in. The Bay Star Sport and Bay Star Sport segment is important to understand differences in as well. And I'm also well versed at that. So if you need help, let me know. Okay, so let's take a look at this walking room. So first of all, this is all the way in. Now I don't have the bedroom all the way in, but I think the point of this is to show you that I can get back here to my bathroom, and I can get in here and use the facilities. So full access into my bathroom from here. Another thing I want to talk about here, and we'll talk about both of these coaches. So on the note of the Carefree awnings, they both have an app that you can use, but with a Newmar, starting in 2024, you can actually operate your lights, you can operate your HVAC system, you can operate your power system, set your generator for auto start, and then see everything in a home screen right here on the front of the coach. So I can go through here and turn all of my lights off, all of my lights on. You can see I've got this coach winterized. My gray and black water tank are pretty filled up there. But so super, super cool. I can turn my water pump on and off. And then we've added these KIB light switches throughout the coach. And what's nice about this is I can actually, if I've got people in here, turn those off so they're not glowing. But it's super handy to be able to find your ceiling lights at night on switches that are throughout the RV. without feeling around for the little black switch that we had all the way through last year. So great features there. Let's go ahead and take a look now at the Navion all closed up. And again, I just love the size of this awning. So if you are an outdoor family like we are, just super nice, big dining room out here. And I've got the engine running on this Navion. I never turned it off, but you can tell they're both really quiet coaches. I had the generator running in the Newmar. I've got the engine running in the Navion. Super impressive. You know, as I mentioned, you'll notice up here, we're gonna have, because the engine's running, I can't deploy the awning. It's gonna be just a little bit smaller, but very similar length and overall dimension for your awnings. And again, the benefit of this Navion is I can actually take my, you know, empty beer can and be like, hey honey, put this in the trash and hand me another. So we really like some of these nuances of both of these coaches. And I don't want to weight you on which one to take advantage of. They're both fantastic. What you should take advantage of is, here Jody, go ahead and pan on down here. Take advantage of this. Take advantage of what Transwest has to offer you, which is a ton of inventory. We've got a huge Super C section, a gigantic Class A section. We have the whole other parking lot full of Navions, Revels, and then down here when you get your coach, you can pull up here and camp and stay for a day or two while you learn how it works. And then when it's time for service, if you want to come back and have house or chassis service done, we do both of those here at this dealership. And you can pull up and camp, and they put a little sticker in there that says, you know, the refrigerator's on, there's food in there, keep me plugged in, and we'll actually pick up your coach in the morning, do your work during the day, and then bring it back to you at night. So this is one of the reasons that you would definitely choose to work with this dealership. Now, on the note of how this coach looks closed up from the inside, I don't know if you guys noticed that, but we just did a whole bunch of fancy microphone switcherooskies. Thank you to our support team too, Jody behind the camera, of course, and Avon moving everything around in the background so we can do these side-by-side comparisons for you. They always ask me to give them a little heads up if we're gonna do one of these videos because they do take a little more work. Oh, there's my walking room. Here's my refrigerator. I know we talked about showing that to you as well. People are always worried that they can't get a beer while they're driving. Of course you can. Now, it doesn't mean you should, but you certainly can, or you can get a pop. How about a pop? Let's get a pop. You also have access, again, kind of the same space, like you get a little sideways here, but you can get back here to your potty. So super easy, great to work with. Now, one of the nice features about this little Navion is even though you can't sleep in the queen bed like you could in the Bay Star with the bedclothes, you could still totally like lay down here and then sleep on the bunk over cab or convert the dinette. So you could still totally pull up and get like a little, you know, 4 or 5 hour nap in before you hit the road again and get, you know, back going cross country or wherever you're headed. But anyway, this is, I guess, I hope a great side-by-side comparison for you. It's been a really fun way to spend Monday with you. Again, my name is Katie O'Neill. I'm here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Fredrick, Colorado. And we stream these videos 5 days a week, 5 RV videos a week, 5 truck videos, 5 horse trailer videos. If you have any questions, give me a call. 303-562-8659 is my direct number. Or you can text me or email me. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know how I can help get you out on the road and camping. And thank you so much for tuning in today.